How would you feel if you had to uproot your entire life and family to a different state? That's what happened to my grandparents. They were forced to move to Michigan when work started shutting down and the steel mills closed. My dad grew up in Pennsylvania, and he was there for most of his childhood, and my grandparents had to pick up their life and move from there. It has instead become a place that is very influential to me. Pennsylvania itself brings me a lot of joy, but there are a few specific places that I love to visit over and over, including my cousin's farm, my great-grandma Ethel's house, and Kennywood. The continuous comfort that Pennsylvania gives me lets me know that my family will always be there, even if they're in a different state. My distant cousins own a farm that my entire family visits once a year on Labor Day weekend. The farm itself consists of the main house, the 2 garage/barn thingies, don't even know, a pond, and a mobile home where I slept. The farm has become a very meaningful place to me because I got to meet a lot more of my family and make new memories with them. I also learned how to drive a side-by-side and quad, which after being told countless stories of how people wrecked them, I flipped myself trying to go backwards down a hill. Stupid, I know. I will always cherish the memories we made on the patio, whether we were watching a movie, playing bingo, or just talking. I always felt loved and comfortable there. And while I felt comfortable at the farm, my great-grandma Ethel's was like a second home to me. There are so many things I could say that makes this place so special to me, but here are a few. She would always make sure to have Klondike bars, special in the freezer for us. We would get one when we got there and make sure we had one in our hands when we were leaving. She would also allow us to sleep in the mudroom, which even though it was super cramped, I loved it so much. You could hear all the noises from outside, whether it was the rain, the insects, or the wind. I just loved it all. My grandma was also a huge part of what made the house so special. She infused her personality within everything she had in that house and everything she did. She would also do things like give us $20 to spend at Kennywood. And speaking of Kennywood, it's the last place that makes Pennsylvania so special to me. If you don't know, Kennywood is a theme park in Pennsylvania that my dad used to go to when he was younger. I myself haven't been for a little while, but candy and roller coasters was like heaven to little me. I remember re-riding my favorite roller coaster called the Jackrabbit with my pup-up so many times I can't even count. My cousins, on the other hand, were a little bit too scared to go on the rides, so we bonded over the gift shop. We would buy matching bracelets and just little trinkets, and we all happen to have these matching bracelets to this day. More specifically, my cousin Jake, an actor, went on a ride with my mom that my sister and I were too scared to go on, and too short, actually. It was a pendulum ride that swung back and forth. He made sure we were entertained the entire time, though. While it was swinging back and forth, we could hear him screaming about how he had to pee his pants and how his will was being written. Fun memories like this is what makes Pennsylvania so special to me. The continuous comfort that Pennsylvania gives me lets me know that my family will always be there, even if they're in a different state. The farm allowed me to meet more of my family and make new memories with them. My great-grandma Ethel's impacted me as a person and made me value my family even more. Kennywood taught me that even if you do the same thing over and over, your family can make it more fun. Like I said at the beginning, my grandparents, were forced to move to Michigan when the work started closing and the steel mill shut down. I've grown up in Michigan my entire life, but Pennsylvania will always hold a special place in my heart because the memories I made there will comfort and teach me for the rest of my life.